there's a bunch of people right now in this world that are feeling really burnt out, really unsure, really like a whole bunch of just unstable waters right now, shall we say. And you're just seeing this over and over again. Scott from FM or Syntax FM, sorry, not just FM, Syntax FM just dropped a video, and a lot of people connected with it as well about kind of the complications of AI and all this. And then you are sitting here driving and pushing on a project nonstop that I think a lot of people would end up having burnout on, right? Because it's really tedious. There's a lot of tedium on it. It's, tinkering around with OSs are great, but tinkering around with OSs 24/7 can become easy to burn out. I'm just throwing out what people think. Okay. I'm telling you what people think here. And so anyone working on any deeply difficult problem for a long time, plus mixing agentic coding, have been expressing a lot of burnout. And so how would you kind of respond to this? Because I think a lot of people would be very curious, because you've obviously built something. You've gone transition from I don't think agents are that great to hey, agents are pretty dang good. By the way, like same camp, we arrived at the same conclusion about at the exact same time. And so it's like, okay, so tell me, how would you speak to people in this case?
I get it. This is the biggest transformation we've seen in our industry since its inception.
Oh, also include burnout. Sorry, I didn't say the word burnout, but a lot of people are experiencing burnout.
I'll pick that. So the jump from punch cards to fucking executable code was less than what's happening right now and what's going to happen. There is no parallel for what AI is currently and shortly going to do to the shape of our industry, to the shape of how we use computers. It would be wild if a transformation of that magnitude did not produce some anxiety, did not produce some uncertainty about what the world is going to look like 5 minutes from now. I 100% get it, and there is no time in history where a transformation of that magnitude has not produced those things. Can you imagine you were living in the 1800s, 97% of the population is out in the field with a fucking hoe and an ox. Like, that's
what do hoes have to do with this?
Yeah.
They were.
Keep going.
No, your agricultural tools, you goddamn modernist. So they're out there, right, hacking away, and then suddenly the fucking steam engine goes by. Like, what? Like, smoke is coming out, it's on tracks, and it's gonna cross from New York to California in like 3 days instead of 3 months? Like, what? Crazy transformation, right? They went a little crazy. Who wouldn't go a little crazy? The Luddites, whose like movement, whose word is now what we have a stand-in for this. Like, there were these nice weavers, and all the clothes was nicely woven by craftsmen. It's really nice, but it's also very fucking expensive and very rare and all these other things. And then we came automated weavers, and then suddenly good new clothes could be bought by more people who now didn't have to have holes in their goddamn pockets because they couldn't afford like the handcrafted stuff, right? You're running a diligence in the Wild West with your little horses here, right? And suddenly the goddamn Model T goes by. Like, what the fuck is that? Where's the horse? Are you hiding it under the bonnet? What transformation do you think that was like?
Hey, Prime! Don't forget, Scrum Planning's later.
No. I can't do this!
Product manager here. We've decided to put you on call.
I can't do on call.
You're on call? Lucky?
What are you saying?
With Sentry, on call is so much fun. It has all of our errors, logs, spans, metrics, replays, and even releases in one spot. It has all the context we need to solve any bug.
Even if half the time Sentry beats me to the fix anyway.
Just because software development's torture doesn't mean on-call has to be.
Wow, that's amazing. Does Sentry also attend my meetings?
Oh, that's the best part. No!
Sentry can't actually make on-call fun, but it can make it less scary. Everything you need to fix real issues in one place.
Buckaroo. Got that 6 p.m. postmortem planning. Don't forget.
This is what progress looks like. And I'm not saying that to be glib, because in every single one of those cases, there were true despair, actually. I hope we don't get to that level of despair. But there was despair because one day you had a nice livelihood and you thought you knew which way the world turned. And the next fucking days, maybe you're out of a job, maybe you got to learn something new, and suddenly the world is completely different, right? We're at the cusp of one of those things. And I get why people are fed up with this kind of talk, because when you're in this transition, first of all, you got boosters, and I mean, I'll own it. I've turned into a bit of an AI booster because I've seen things, I've built things, I've made things, and my mind is just blown with what's possible. Quattro is the outcome of this. What's happening right now with Quattro wasn't going to happen without agents. Never going to have the level of ambition I have now without being agent accelerated. It just wasn't going to happen. We were going to have something else. I mean, I built all of Omarchy fucking handwriting my little bash scripts, right? Last summer. Me typing out bash. That's just how it came to me. It was very nice. I really liked it. I mean, I have no regrets about that. But what we have now is a lot better. That's why it's resonating with so many more people. It's why it's blowing up right now. It's a better product. Why is it a better product? Because suddenly I had an army of goddamn agents 100xing what I could do, where my ideas could go, right? So I totally get, you look at this transformation, you go like, fuck, well, what does that mean? Am I gonna have a job? What's the world gonna look like? Do I even like this? Now, when I spoke to Lex Fridman last summer on his podcast, I said I did not like AI writing my code. And I really didn't. And the reason I didn't like that was the mode we had at the time was not agents. It was AI tap completion. And it fucking sucked. I hated it with the passion of 1,000 suns. It was like constantly someone trying to interrupt me as I'm trying to complete a thought, and it was just like, fucking blow my head off. I'm not going to do this shit. I'm going to farm potatoes, I think is what I said, rather than subject myself to this shit. So I thought, this is where we are. This is AI. And then agents happened. And agents got good. Not only did they get good, they got amazing. Agents are better than me at almost all forms of programming at this point. I mean, I like to think I add some value here, and I'm steering it, and I'm reviewing the code, and I'm telling it if it's too complicated, and I say to simplify it and whatever. But like, in terms of comparative intelligence here, I'm accepting that I'm becoming a bit of a pointy-haired boss here, telling it what to do. I'd like to, I mean, maybe I speak nicely to my agents, by the way. I don't have them call me the DHH, like the prime, right? Like, so
Thank you for the proper article, by the way.
I'm trying to treat the clankers nicely, because you know what? In 5 minutes, they're going to be in human form. And like, I'd like them to remember in their pre-training that I was nice. So anyway, I mean, just to add more to the existential despair here that Skynet is 5 minutes from happening, which Dario keeps telling us, right? Like, oh, I don't know, maybe by the end of the year, we're all dead. It's not the best sales pitch. I find it much nicer.
It's crazy how that's not a good sales pitch. It's crazy.
I find it much nicer to do a sales pitch that's based around, you know what? Agents make all your dreams come true. All your ideas are now within reach. Everything you ever wanted out of a computer, you ever wanted to build, you can, even if you don't know all of it. Now, I also like competence. So I hope along the way you level up. You don't just let agents do everything to the point that you don't learn anything. But it's truly an amazing time that we're living in. And I've just chosen to lean into optimism. Because you know what? If Skynet is launching at the end of the year and we're all dead by fucking February, I'm going to be dead whether I thought that was terrible that was coming or whether I was delusional about optimism, right? Dead the same way. If Skynet does not happen, and we're on the cusp of an age of abundance here, and everything's going to be amazing, holy shit, what a waste of worrying. If I sat around here like, oh my God, it's all going to end. Like, save your worries for the actual end of the world. Like on that eve, when you can see the mushroom clouds and the Terminators and all their shiny metal walk and crush the skulls at the opening of the movie.
Great
you
scene.
get, right? Because do you know what? You have any fucking influence here. Like, this is the other just base reality. Whether you think this is bad, good, or whatever, you're not going to change it. Even goddamn Elon has come around on this point. I saw an interview with him recently where it was like, hey, 5 minutes ago, you were advocating that we should have 6 months of momentum on AI because what if it all goes tits up? And he goes like, yeah. And then I sat down and realized that wasn't going to work. So now I just lean in. Oh my God. How fucking based. So we got to come to grips with our own limited ability to direct the future. And if Elon, of all people, is throwing in the towel on personally being able to steer this thing, no one's going to be able to steer this thing. This is simply not steerable. Straight out of game theory here. Like, America can do whatever it wants if China and the rest of the world does not follow suit, and they will not.
Yeah.
Then that's just not how it plays out. So just come to terms with reality, then lean into the reality with optimism and cheer, and then let the dice fall where they may.
Yeah, it's kind of like I sometimes think of like it stinks that I can't fly, but like okay, like that
What do you
just
mean?
is the
Drones
way
are
that.
fucking coming. They're flying.
Oh,
They're
true,
AI
VR
powered.
flying. Trash, can you get on that app next for me? I know you're
I got
making a
you.
digging game, but can you also make a VR flying one? That would be really helpful for me.
On it.
Yeah, so it's just been interesting. Like I've had just been having a ton of fun over the past few months trying out a bunch of different stuff with like AI and trying stuff that I definitely would literally have never tried to accomplish before. We were talking just before we got on of how I have like this music player that has a bunch of like terminal songs loaded on it, stuff from different streams we've done and all these other things, right? Was first off, I would have never made a website to host the music and like put it on, figure out how to get it on Cloudflare so that it streams and what else I need to do. I wouldn't have done it. But then secondly, I have the repo and I was like, I bet I can do this. And right after I installed Omarchy Quattro, I said, I think I can get this to play like in the little taskbar start a system thing that always runs and turns on. And whenever I open it, always opens the same persistent thing. And like, oh, I bet I can tap my Bluetooth headphones on Linux and have that work.
Yeah.
And it was like, sure enough. And it was like literally one prompt. I was just like, I was like, can you give me this? Yeah.
Yes. And this is, you are experiencing the Malleable Computer. And
Right.
once you experience the Malleable Computer, you're not fucking going back into that little cage that Apple will have to sell you. It's just not happening, right? Like that is a one-way door to liberation. And I mean, I know you weren't going to go back anyway, Teach. I mean, you've been on Linux and whatever much longer than I have. I mean, I'm a
Been there
goddamn
4
tourist,
times.
right? Like I showed up about 5 minutes ago and just got my mind blown, and then got my heart set on complete determination to evangelize this to the whole world.